going to look at some of the visuals you've brought and give us a very good idea of PhAME.
It's one of our communication classes with students participating, direct instruction, small classes. We do a lot of training, one-on-one type of instruction, tutorials available.
That's what that is. Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's our computer lab. A lot of students work together very closely. We have a lot of technology at PhAME. We use it. It's part of manufacturing today. Yeah. We're very computerized. It's a technical drafting class. All of these are courses that are given at PhAME to help train people in designing for precision machining. That's our actual shop floor at PhAME, where a student spends a lot of time in the last 2 phases, where they start working on the equipment. There they are in instruction with one of our instructors, learning together how to operate grinders, lathes.
All right. Because we're talking machinists.
This is high-tech manufacturing. That's a CNC machine that's being programmed by a computer to robotically make parts. All of this we give people background and training in at PhAME. It's state-of-the-art technology, and it's what's used in the marketplace today.
And if they don't have the state-of-the-art, they're nowhere. They're stuck.
They're stuck, but a lot of manufacturers do have manual machining, but most of them are really moving towards the more high-tech manufacturing processes, because that's the wave of the future, and that's definitely, in terms of being on an income track, you would definitely have to go into the more high-tech firms that use a lot of the computerized machinery.
Carlos, I was off track there because, let's face it, there are a lot of smaller firms. They're firms with only a couple of people. They don't have all this stuff.
And they might not have it. And that's also why in our training we show our candidates, that's what we call our students, how to manually make the processes as well as to computerize. Right. That way, because you don't know where you're going to end up working. You may end up working at a small shop that has maybe 10 people, 5 people, and they may have manual type machines. Right. Our candidates are then trained to meet that, along with the fact they will have the additional training to deal into the high tech. So they're prepared no matter what type of environment they go into. We try to make sure they have it. It's just like learning how to do technical drafting, but which is done by hand, but they also learn how to do AutoCAD, which is computerized.
But even these smaller firms are moving toward some very sophisticated stuff. Because you can't stand still. You don't grow as a firm. You can't keep up.
Even the smaller companies, you know, a CNC machine could run you a couple of $100,000. Computer, numerically controlled. It's a machine that works by you programming into the computer. A lot of the small, what we call mom and pop shops, they might be able to get a loan from a bank and they can buy a machine $200,000. They may only have one, but they have it. And then that can do the mass production processes they need, and they still have their smaller machines. Some of the more larger firms that are more high-tech, they may be completely CNC. So everyone is at least trying to own at least one. And there are some manufacturers who actually lease the CNC machines to people who can't afford to buy them.
And the truth of the matter is, we guarantee you, you won't get minimum wage.
Oh, no.
You'll get decent benefits because you're placing. You've got all these companies lined up. I'm worried about the transportation problem.
One of the things that I do look into as candidate specialist in finding them jobs, I look at transportation as an issue. I check with my candidate to make sure they have transportation. I check with the employer to see if there's public transportation. I look at the child care issues with them. And I try to make sure that I'm ensuring that I have a perfect match or near perfect match between the candidate, their skill sets, and what the employer on the other side is looking for.
You have room for people? The phone could ring. 215-276-6653. That number's up there. We're going to keep that number up there. You do have room for people.
Yes. We start new classes every 9 weeks. And we're looking for people that have a desire, an interest, and a motivation to work in this field.
And obviously the motivation with a certain digital dexterity, with a certain aptitude.
Yes.
You gotta have it. If you don't have it, forget it. Any women?
Oh, definitely. We have had women come into our program. I have placed women in manufacturing positions. They're out working as machinists, either manual machinists, CNC, machine operators, and we do encourage women to come. The machining trade and the manufacturing field has changed. It used to be dirty and drudgy. Now it is much more open. It's not as male dominated as it used to be, and it's more high tech. So it is much more diverse than what it used to be. So it's a great opportunity for a person who has the desire, who wants to learn, who wants to get out of the rut or dead end job jobs they've had, and this is an opportunity for that individual, male or female, to get out here and take advantage and to start having the incomes that they're definitely able to earn.
Well, let's review it again, because the ultimate, the best is the 61 week, right? And the underwriting for that, is there underwriting for how many, so that they'd be able to maintain themselves while they go to school?
There's underwriting for quite a few. I mean, this is a huge workforce that we're looking for. We're looking to educate and train a lot of people to fill this, not only the 2,000 position gap, but the average person in manufacturing today, average age is 55 to 57 years of age.
Oh, they're retiring.
Exactly.
Soon. Gee.
I always get phone calls from companies who are saying, you know, we have a guy, he's really great, we really like him, but he's retiring next week. Yeah. Or he retired and we're calling him in 2 or 3 days a week.
You can make enough money in manufacturing, you could retire. Isn't that wonderful? And not when you're 75, right? Or 65 or whatever. Here's the telephone number again. It's been up there, 215-276-6653. Give them a call. It may mean a great deal to you and your future. Thanks so much for bringing the story of PhAME to us, and we'd like to hear from you. Drop a line, won't you, to Community Close Up, WB 1750th and Winfield in Philadelphia.